Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tim, and welcome to another Saturday stream. It's been a long week, so I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys tonight. And we have two brand new games to play this evening. One you'll find out here in a little bit. The other one tonight we're going to play first is Dungelot, Shattered Lands by Tiny Build Games. It's actually super duper fun. Imagine if you combined a roguelite RPG with Minesweeper. Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison. But what would that entail, you might say? Let's find out. Of course, I have been playing a little bit of it to just kind of get my bearings into a game. What can I say? I hate going into a game blind because then I suck in front of all of you people. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So instead, we're going to play fresh. We have our a character choice here. The Paladin, the Vampire, the Witch, and the Bard. Of course, thank you, Milt. I appreciate it. I do love this red shirt. It's the RTX 2014? Yep, 2014 shirt. I approve of it. Anywho, the Paladin is the only one that's unlocked straight away. The other ones you have to unlock by progressing through the game, of course.
Thy soul be blessed and thy sins forgiven.
And of course, along with a wonderful bit of voice acting, you see that the characters are rather unique in and of themselves. They each have passive bonuses, skills that you can unlock and use, and gear that you can upgrade and obtain. Oh, hush, Kisty. Of course, I love blind gaming. I would just rather do that by myself. And then when I get to play in front of you guys, I can at least progress through the first couple of levels without being like, what am I doing? I'm completely lost and giving a bad impression of the game.
Come out and fight, filthy spawn of the underworld.
Ooh. We start out on the first floor. Yeah, no, Marcy. This one says 2014 on it. Can I show it to you? The 2014? Yep, right there. 2014. So, yeah. Take that one. Sorry, I'm actually looking at the thing. You should try not to correct me. So you notice that starting on the first floor, we're approached by a specter who will be our guide through this first floor. Just kidding. I used to be an adventurer like you, but I slipped on a wet floor and broke my knee and starved to death. Maybe I should sue. Anyway, you need to find the master key to get out of here. Explore the dungeon by clicking on the blocks. Why, thank you, my ghostly friend. And you, in fact, explore by clicking on the blocks and opening them Minesweeper style. Now, you don't exactly get a readout on the adjacent squares. You just kind of go in blind. But if you uncover an enemy inside of there, combat begins. A target dummy has been animated by the dark powers and blocks your path. And it gives you a little bit of a readout on the monster itself. Normally, monsters will always strike first. That is incredibly important because they will always hit you before you're able to hit them. So when you're taking damage counters into account like that, you really have to bear that in mind. A fiend's attack will reduce your armor. If the attack value is higher than your armor, your hero will lose health in turn. You can learn more about a monster by right-clicking on the said thing. So this is a wicked targeting dummy. Sick of being battered and tossed about by newbie adventurers, he seeks revenge. He has an attack value of 1 and a life value of 2. We don't know his elemental weaknesses at the moment, but I imagine since he's made of straw, fire is probably not his friend. And as for traits, each unit usually has some sort of unique and individual traits. For this one, it deals 1 damage to every person on the screen, enemy, and you, when you blow it up with bombs, when you kill it with a bomb. We don't have any bombs at the moment, so that's absolutely fine. We can instead strike it with our hammer. I said strike it with our hammer. And you notice that we actually blocked those 2 strikes that came in. That's part of the Paladin's passive, is to have a chance to block. Wish I could remember how to pull up the... Nope, can't find it here. Oh well, whatever. Part of the Paladin's passive is to have a chance to block incoming attacks. Anywho. You get items along the way from chests and killing enemies. This particular one says that it is an item that reveals the golden key if you happen to be searching for it, the golden key is over there. The key, of course, opens the lock on the door, which the door takes you down to the next dungeon. And that's Dungelot, ladies and gentlemen. I see dead people. I see more enemies in our path. RTX is super fun, and you guys should absolutely come if you get a chance. It's it was the first convention that I went to. It's no longer the only convention that I've been to, because now I've been to a couple of PAX Souths. But it's totally worth the trip if you get the chance to. Oh my god, is it? It's part of the reason why I got the job. Like, I'm totally not going to say that's the reason to get over here, but the connections that you make are completely invaluable because you never know where they're going to take you. So as you go along, you can unlock manuscripts which allow you uses of your powers that you have. This particular one is a paladin power called Holy Light, which heals us, or we can use it on an enemy to deal 1 damage, 20% of our power. Yes, Awer, it's this game. Oh, sad Kisty, I'm sorry. And there's another enemy underneath this dummy. Now, you don't have to kill all the enemies. The enemies won't attack you unless you attack them. So if we wanted to, we could just progress on down to the next floor. However, there are treasures abound. And if you kill all the enemies on a floor, it gives you a chest. That also serves very handy purpose of letting you know when the floor is now safe from enemies. And if you just want to go around and collect all the coins. And items that will be around. You, in fact, have hunger in this game. As you go down a level, you use 1 food, kind of a la Hand of Fate, and you find delicious ham to feed yourself, and various other items that replenish your nourishment. You can see your total nourishment up here, along with your total coins, your current state of mind, which does have some effects, the floor that you're on, and the options menu for raising and lowering sounds. Out of sheer morbid curiosity, since this is a new game, is the sound level okay? Can you guys hear the sounds and everything just fine? Ooh, a mug of beer. And here's what I was saying about the morale. Morale is an important attribute that alters the effect of battle. Good morale gives the hero a chance for an extra strike in battle, and poor morale causes the hero to sometimes skip a turn. That's great and all, Marcy, and that may have been for the Guardian shirts, but this was one that was on sale in the store. It's not the Guardian shirt. It's the, when somebody asks you if you've been to RTX, you say yes shirt. Let it go. Let it go. 'Cause we're dungeoneering now. And I used that mug of beer to, in fact, improve my morale. So now I have a 10% chance of an extra strike in battle. There's another use of Holy Light that I could use to heal myself. Oh god. Okay, good. I was like, do I have to use it? I accidentally clicked on it. I didn't mean to do that. And there's ourselves a bomb. Now, if you remember, it in fact damages all units on screen if you use a bomb to kill this scarecrow, so we're not gonna worry about that. Training dummy goes down like usual. That's to let you know that sometimes you'll have to seek out special levers and such in order to activate other parts of the level. I haven't actually seen that in this first part of the world, but you know, we'll see. Anyway, holy cow, there goes my corpse. Oh, it's been turned corporeal against me. Dark magic has animated into a monster. Slay it for good to set me free, and I will help you get out of here. I love doing my ghost voice. Once you defeat a boss, its soul will rejoice in freedom and open a portal for you to exit the dungeon. Now, we have ourselves an ice bomb. It inflicts 1 ice damage to a monster. We don't really know much about this monster at this point. It's a regular skeleton, probably a past adventurer. We don't know its elemental weaknesses, but it's bloodless, so it can't bleed. There are bleeding stats and attacks that you can do later. I have yet to be able to figure out exactly what that rim is, these pink interlocking rings. I imagine that it's some sort of letting me know that it has some status affliction, but I don't know what it is. The other paladin's passive you saw there, he got stunned for a second. Is I think it's like a 5% chance, or some ridiculously low percent chance to stun on hit, which is really nice. Wahoo! I'm free and can leave this place thanks to you. Now I will complete my part of the deal and activate the portal. See you on the other side. Ghost voice. And we got 75 treasure for kicking that boss's ass. Excellent. We proceed through the portal and on to the next portion. And finally get some context here. Welcome to Pangeus, a world that relies on the faith of its inhabitants and mana, a powerful magic essence drawn from the bowels of the planet. I assume that Deckard Cain has come to see us off again. In the year 156 BR, the people of Pangeus learned to drill for mana. They lived in prosperity and invented a most useful artifact, the mana phone. It allowed its users to speak at great distances. Yeah, I'm pretty close to his voice, why not? But because mana extinction was left unchecked, the planet was dying. No one took it seriously, mistakenly believing that mana was endless. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a global warming allegory. Ultimately, its repressive thirst for magic led to the Great Rift, a cataclysm for magic, cataclysm that broke Pangeus into several continents which drifted apart in astral space. The discovery of portals based on the Manaphone technology linked the continents once again. But the true nature of these portals remains unknown. Portals siphoned life energy and emotions from people and made their nightmares real. Undead rose from their graves. Beasts mutated and became more aggressive. Soulless objects were possessed by magic. Darkness and despair covered the weary lands. These days, the remains of humanity fight for survival. You are an adventurer driven by fame, wealth, and the unknown. You might save this world, or die along with it. Appropriately creepy, and I love it. So we start out here on the first continent of this Pangea-esque world that is broken apart now, the Dramer Kingdom, and the Mana Mines, the Deadwood, the Forsaken Lands, and the Cursed Isles. We start out in the Mana Mines, and we'll travel on into the kingdom and see what awaits us there. Well, basically, I was kind of doing my, oh, god damn it. I almost said Mark Hamill, but it's not. Creatures of darkness, I came for you. Reveal yourself. I heard your howling. A cow? Mortal, you cannot defeat me. That's how I imagine a cow would talk. I will chew you up like a pile of hay and leave you to rot. Your corruption is relentless, but my faith is strong. I will send you back where you came from, back to the void. No, I was doing my Sean Connery just without the Scottish portion of the accent, because, like, Sean Connery had this down in his throat way of speaking. And that's also kind of Deckard Cain, but you lose a little bit of the Scottish, and I can't really, like, there's a volume problem there, and I have to really get into the microphone if I want to be heard as Sean Connery. And it works, kind of, but it doesn't really work for camera, so you do something else anyway. What do you know? I mean, that's what voice acting really is. You kind of figure out something that fits and then alter it slightly to make it work for what you need. You're removing an accent here, adding another one here. Sean Connery as an Italian suddenly becomes a much more different character. No, I'm not gonna do that. My brain would die. And we start off in our first crypt, the Crypt of Newbies. You can see the monsters that will come up here, and yes, because it is a roguelite, the monsters will change every time. But it's in fact 6 floors of average difficulty enemies, and the reward will be a Tome of Knowledge, which will allow you to level up one of your main attributes after we are done here. You have progress that's tracked across all 4 of your various heroes. Yeah, that's pretty much all the setup that you really get before you jump right into the next level. So let's hop on in, shall we? The door plops down. 4 bricks are lighted around it, letting you know that we can in fact click those 4 first. And as you clear them away, more allow you to reveal themselves. We find an enemy there, a bat with a 15% chance to dodge. Its weakness is lightning damage and cold damage. So we'll remember that as we go through. And like I said, you don't have to attack the enemies right away. And know when you attack one enemy, all the enemies on the screen do not attack you back. It's just the one that you attacked. So really, strategically speaking, I have the key now. If I wanted to, I could move straight on to the next floor without running the risk of stumbling my way onto another enemy. But I haven't. I mean, we're still on the low levels, so there's no harm, no foul in exploring all the way through. Your armor absorbs part of the damage, and some armor points are deducted from your reserves. For each point of damage absorbed, there is a chance that a point of armor will not be deducted. It'll be absorbed, and that percent chance is based on your durability. You can also have elemental durability, which will give you less of a chance to lose points when you're attacked by elemental attacks. These are those values here. So right now I have a 40% chance of not losing an armor point when I get attacked. And I also have a 0% chance of not losing an armor point whenever I get attacked by elements. So there's a lot of complex systems that are at work here. And it's surprisingly deep considering, well, it's kind of a simpler game, you know? And you also have basic quests that you can accomplish along the way. I'm a newbie. For example, if I open up 50 dungeon blocks, I will acquire 10 gold. If I acquire 25 coins, I will get 1 red gem, which raises my health by 1 maximum point. Things of that nature. So it becomes really fun, and a game about unlocking and leveling up and getting to the end of the floors. Once you do that, you're able to level up some permanent stats. It's really super fun. So yeah. I think that's pretty much all the explanation that I have for you at the moment. We'll come back to it a little bit more. So yeah, you see the silver crown that's on top of this enemy? That means it's an elite enemy. And elite enemies are very, very dangerous. They usually have much more heightened stats, but much more heightened reward. If we are to defeat this guy,
Creature of darkness,
he gives us a free artifact. This bloodstone, in fact, increases our attack value by 1 point, but decreases our base HP by 10%, excuse me. So we can use this item, and it will equip it into this stat, and give us a permanent +1 for this run. If you change an artifact, the previous one will be destroyed. So if we get another artifact and we try and switch it out, well, we won't be able to use it again. So as you can see, now we have a max health, or not a max health, but a current health of 27, because we had a health of 30 and we lost some. But our maximum attack value is now 2. So these training dummies are a lot less of an imposition. Was it worth taking the risk? If we were doing an extended run of floors, maybe not, where we needed a lot of health. If we were doing a stage where we had a lot of high health enemies, but few floors. That sort of thing. Really, Jackson? Is that true? No, I am kind of farthest from the north that you can get, sir. Georgia boy born and raised, so it's just part of the acting thing. You tend to lose an accent over time. But anyway, as you can see, we just dropped that chest there. So now this floor is free from any monsters, so we can go on ahead, straight on through, open up all the tiles, completely unafraid of any damage to come our way. There's the key, opens the door, and we actually have a full selection of items at our belt. Hi, pirate. Yes, you better believe it is. We have a fire bomb, ice bomb, this flower which restores some health, and a sharpstone, which gives us a roll on bonus damage, and also can be stacked, which can prove to be very handy. Like, say you get 3 of those things, and you stack them on top of each other, you can gain a maximum of like 6 damage for 1 attack, which is, oh my god, so useful. Anywho, so we have an ice bomb here. You notice that this one is slightly different color. That's actually a shock bomb, and would do shocking damage to an enemy. If they were weak against electrical attacks, that would be incredibly useful. As it stands now, we don't really have use for it, so we're just gonna leave it on the floor. It's worth it to go ahead and unlock that to see if there's anything there. No, there was nothing there. But we also get this gold from the chest, which is more than just 1 coin, and incredibly nice to have. Because once we reach the end of this stage, which will be in 1 more floor, all of these coins that we were able to grab can be useful to upgrade weapons, to upgrade armor, all that kind of good stuff. And also, inside of the gob shop, we can find items that'll be of use to this run. A spiked shield, for example, which will go in our free hand slot. It can only cost 12 gold, so it's not that expensive. It blocks 1 physical damage and deals 1 damage back to any enemies. We can't actually buy it at the moment because, well, we don't have a free slot. Now we do. And then we can go ahead and equip said shield. And now we have spike damage. Kind of neat, right? Oh, yeah, no, I think it's set to like 15 caps lock characters for now. I can bump up the whatever the maximum number of caps characters in a row is. I'll do it later on. Anywho, I think that's all we can do here. I think we're pretty good to go. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a little self-heal. I feel like that's useful. And boss time! It gives you the courtesy of telling you that it is in fact a boss level. This bat has slightly raised stats. He does 3 damage, or excuse me, he has 3 health and 2 damage per attack. But what we can actually do using an item doesn't use a turn. So we can assault him with fire bombs, which give him, in fact, a fire debuff, which does 1 damage per turn, but it's not really gonna matter. Because the other thing I'm gonna go ahead and do, since these, the items don't carry over, but you do get money back for extra items that you have in your inventory. So I'm actually gonna save them. Never mind. And kill that bat. Yeah. We didn't actually have to attack that bat. And you notice that we didn't take any damage from the bat either. When the bat attacked us, the spike damage engaged before his attack damage. All of these turn order things really matter later on when you're facing higher damage level creatures, because they can fucking murder you very quickly. Okay, so our first stat that we're going to increase, we can increase our maximum health by 15 points, which is not too shabby. We can increase our maximum damage by 1. We can increase our maximum armor by 5. We can increase our critical chance by 3%. Personally, I kind of like taking the armor first, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we can exit the dungeon. The Cryptum Newbies is ours, ladies and gentlemen. A nice little crown on top of the skull lets you know that you are victorious. And we get spoils based on the number of items, 70 extra gold earned, 180 total, and let's move forward. Speak up! What are you doing in these deserted lands? My name is Volin, my lord. I used to be a local blacksmith, but now I don't have a job anymore. All my clients turned to undead, and any lucky survivors escaped. How did you survive? Why are you still here? With the help of the gods, my lord, still alive. Alas, I have nowhere to go. No home, no family. That's very sad. It's very, very sad. I'm gonna cry. Would you like a job, Poland? There's lots of work to be done, but I can offer you a decent reward. Why not, my lord? My hands are itching to work again. Yay! And now we gained access to the armory, where we can actually upgrade our stats on a permanent type basis. We can get new armor that will increase our armor values and durability and elemental durability values. We can, that's actually what I'm gonna wait for, because I really want to get that armor. That armor value pumped up ridiculously high means that you can stall the amount of time before they actually start hacking away into your skull. I'm doing really great, Pirate, actually. I've been looking forward to this opportunity to play with you guys all week, and I have a very special announcement about Pokemon coming later on, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that, because that's going to be super fun, and I hope to actually be able to start it this week. I just remembered, as I'm saying that out loud, that the extenuating circumstances of this week may mean that I might not be on time to do the thing that I wanted to do with Pokemon this week. Anyway, I've been doing really good. We have a whole bunch of stuff coming down the pipe, and not gonna lie to you, we're gonna be super duper busy. And as great as that's gonna be, I'm gonna be really tired, you guys. I'm gonna be really tired coming up here soon. Not so much looking forward to that, but it's gonna be totally worth it in the end, as you all know. This armor is 350 gold, and we're close to being able to afford it, but we can also afford the sword, which has a 15% chance to parry, which would deflect half of the physical damage back to our enemies, kind of like the spiked shield, only better. Do I take the weapon, or do I wait for the armor? I think I'm actually gonna let you guys decide on this one, because I decided the first stat. What do you think? Because if we go ahead and wait on the armor, that elemental durability stat would be really nice. And it would increase our armor by an extra 5 points, because the one that we have now is armor value of 10. So, yeah, I kind of have to agree with you, chat. Alright, waiting for armor it is. In the meantime, we have the next dungeon run ahead of us, the Fortress Ruins. It is a 10-floor average threat. The humans won battle after battle, but buried many of their own. When they rose and attacked from behind, the humans broke and fled. And inside of this is a reward for a recipe for firebombs. Yeah, I took the armor. Of course I took the armor. And we'll go ahead and enter the Forest Ruins inside of the Mana Mines. We get tips in between each level. Some tips are more useful than others. In fact, I've seen a couple that are very jokey, not useful tips on purpose. The red blob reminds me of a dog toy. Oh, the red blob that the vampire is holding? I think it's actually a blood bag on an IV that he like constantly sips out of. It's really funny. But anyway, I'd like to go ahead and reveal all the squares right around the door. And it's just to start a pattern off. I don't know. We've already got one skeleton on the floor. Skeleton is not weak to ice. We found that out last round, but it is still bloodless and cannot bleed. We found a crystal, apparently. A red crystal that increases our maximum health. You see here that that's now 31 max, which is kind of super great. Those will stack up over time. We can go ahead and explore the rest of these tiles, the ones that aren't blocked off by enemies. You see that enemies actually block off the adjacent squares next to them, that you can open them and be able to get to the treasures behind. It does look a little necrodancery, I'm not gonna lie, just without any real like beat thumping music. That would be really great. Rotten meat increases my provisions by 1 but drops my mood by 2 points. I hate it, it's gross and it's awful. And so I'm going to salvage it. Now when you salvage an item, it goes into your charge bar based on how valuable that item is. Inside of this charge bar, aha! There's your passives. Retribution. Killing an undead monster gives 5% chance to increase the next attack's damage. And then Divine Intervention, a chance that God himself will come down and help the paladin. Right now is a measly 0.5%, you'll notice. But if we salvage items, we gain more charge. Charge makes your spells more effective and increases the chance of getting passives activated. So you'll notice that now we have one pip on our charge bar, and our self-heal is a little bit more powerful now. The target's damage, it's now 25% of power instead of 20% of power. It doesn't actually raise any numbers because, well, our numbers are too weak. But because it's based on percentages, they grow as we grow. And they grow more exponentially. Ah, lucky coin. A lucky coin is mainly used to drive away greedy monsters and provides boss immunity. Well, wait, no, never mind. Greedy bosses are immune to that effect. And now if we want to get to those last two boxes, we kind of need to kill the enemies. And is it worth taking the hits to probably find nothing under there? Like, there was nothing under there. Except, how many gold coins? 3 gold coins. Was 3 gold coins worth taking 2 armor damage? Probably not. So you have to play those games. You have to make the choices, especially when you get to like 20 floor stages, you know? Holy crap, those can really cut into you. Anyway, we have the gambler in front of us. Now the gambler provides us a choice. We can open one of 3 chests. 2 of them are empty. If we lose 1 food. If we win, we gain an item. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your choice. Where is the item? Give me 1, 2, or 3. Where's the chest? Pick the good chest, ladies and gentlemen. This is up to you. Where's the good chest? Tell me where it's at. Where's the good chest? 1, 2, 3. I see 1, 3. I see 2 2s. One would be starting on the left. Oh. All right. Nope, 3 was empty. It was, in fact, number 2. I should have listened to Marcy and Lemon. That's what I should have done. Should have listened to Marcy and Lemon. Oh well. I learned my lesson. Paying the food price opens the door. And we lose a second food for going on to the next floor. So it's really, really bad when you lose that. We're presented with our first scenario. A group of dwarven merchants are defending their wagon train from fiends. Help them to defend or leave? We're a paladin. We have to help. We help anyone we see. With your help, the dwarves easily turn the attack. You were injured during the battle, however. The dwarven leader shares some supplies with you. We get 2 sharp stones and we lost 3 HP, which brings us down to 26. That's not bad. We're doing pretty good. But we've only been through 3 floors so far. My God. Anyway, we actually got a buff going into this level, the Ancient Guardian buff. We've accidentally awakened the Ancient Guardian while exploring the dungeon. The Guardian will throw stone at fiends when they are detected, reducing enemies' health by 1, which is really super great. That means I get to kill those scarecrows in 1 hit as opposed to 2, and the bats get killed instantly. How great is that? Ah, hello, kobold. You'd be angry too if you had a hot candle on your head. It has an attack value of 2, a life value of 2, and some elemental weaknesses that we don't know yet. It's greedy. It can be bribed with a lucky coin. We have one of those. Mother Earth randomly gets +1 point to either attack or HP from adjacent dungeon blocks that haven't been destroyed yet, and can mask one of the fiends by giving it a 30% chance to dodge. The effect dissipates after 1 attack. So that's a bad guy. That's a bad guy. And also there's an elite skeleton there too. What do we have here that we can use? So we can actually use the lucky coin on the kobold to send him away immediately, satiated. But there's also this elite skeleton here, and I don't have an artifact yet, so I kind of want to kill it. I kind of want to kill it to get an artifact for this stage. That'd be kind of nice, right? That's a good point, Jackson. They do look good. They do look like they should be in the Nutcracker Suite. Instead, he's just in the Dead Man Games. And I'm going to go ahead and use this flower. And he has 4 damage. Or 4 health, but 2 damage per attack. So we can go ahead and use these 2 sharp stones in conjunction with each other. And raise our attack by, oh, damn it. Only 2 points. I was really hoping for more. Oh well, whatever, it's fine. That'll be enough to do 3 damage 1 attack, and 1 damage the second attack, effectively killing that douche. Oh, we got the bloodstone. Ah, the bloodstone. Hi, Deadshot, welcome back. Glad to see you again. I don't know that I want to decrease my base HP this early. I could salvage it later for some extra charge. I may do that. We'll go ahead and hold on to the fire bombs for now. And then, bam, baby. That was like 10, that was straight up 10 gold coins. Ancient Guardian has been awakened yet again. You see a chest on the other side of the chasm. There's a raised drawbridge. We're definitely gonna try and get over there. After long searching, you find a lever. You activate the drawbridge and loot treasures from across the chest. You ate some provisions while searching. So you actually notice that we dropped 1 provision. Hi, Sabin, welcome back. We'll be talking about that here in a little bit, but you know what? I'll go ahead and tell you guys now. My plan for right now, after looting this 2 vials of strawberry liqueur, which is an instant heal plus 10. Now, you actually have to hold off on drinking 2 potions in a row because you'll have a drop in accuracy by 20%. You have to wait 5 turns in between drinking a potion, or otherwise it's very, very bad. I'm actually going to pick up Pokemon, hopefully, every Monday night. I'm going to turn Monday nights into Poke-Monday nights. So hopefully, by the time you're watching this particular episode on the VOD, tonight, we'll be playing Pokemon, baby. It should be really fun. I'm hoping to be able to make that a weekly thing, to where I have Saturday nights to play normal stuff, and then Monday nights, oh god, that's really bad. Monday nights will be Pokemon streams, but that way I don't have 2 late nights in a row. I don't have a late night before work, and honestly, we'll probably call things an evening at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's the time that I stay up that late on a Monday night anyway. So, you know, it shouldn't be half bad. If anything, we may have to, like, do a short one this first stream, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things play out. At any rate, wow. So apparently that skeleton is way weak to fire. Oh, I'm sorry, Laureate. It's okay. We're all trying to get a schedule that works. Excellent. And we found ourselves a key, but we'll continue spelunking on. Oh, ho, ho, ho. God, Ancient Guardian floors are my favorite because half of the enemies that I'm fighting right now, totally useless. They just get killed in 1 hit, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, we found an iron ingot. This iron ingot we can use to roll and get 1 to 3 armor points back, which is really super duper handy. And I'm gonna go ahead and use it to get back 2 armor, damn it, just 1 armor point, son of a bitch. No, Deadshot Potato has not evolved yet. I have not played it since we finished last time. And I think Potato was still at like 15, maybe? 15, 16, somewhere in there. Like I said, I haven't touched it since we last played it, so honestly, I forget. We had just beaten Misty. I remember that much. Yay! So I can go ahead and drink this mug of ale to increase my mood, which is awesome, because that gives me a 10% chance for an extra strike. Yeah, it's very true, Jackson. I would not want to know. Deadshot, this game is called Dungelot, Shattered Lands. It's actually really fun to me. And we did another mini quest there, Safe Place, which was reach the shopkeep here. There's always free coins inside of there. And what do you have of us for a shopkeeper? There's sulfur, which we have no use for yet. We'll have a use for it at the end of the stage, however. A fork, which increases the HP restored at a tavern. I've not encountered a tavern yet. But there's 3 more strawberry liqueurs, which I don't really need. And 5 fire bombs. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy some fire bombs here. Those will come in super duper handy. And honestly, I can go ahead and sell back this guy because I don't need him. And I basically gain back about half of the gold that I just spent on those bombs. So there we go. And we go exploring again. Yay, another firebomb for a total of 6. God. All right, so out of sheer morbid curiosity, training dummy, just how weak are you to fire? Very weak. Weak enough to go ahead and kill the bat with the, oh right, because 1 damage whenever we kill it with a bomb. I totally forgot about that. That's it, that was incredibly useful. And I got a bomb back. Oh! And the divine finger of God comes in like some Monty Python-esque cardboard cutout and smote my enemy, who was probably gonna be super strong because he was kind of surrounded by more blocks than I would have liked for him to have been. Okay, and let's go ahead and kill him off. Fuck, he dodged. Stupid dodgers. All right, so that's the 355 that we need to get the armor. So basically, we can GTFO at this point. We really don't need much else other than to kill the boss and to get the fuck out. So we're gonna take fewer risks now. And we'll go ahead and use a firebomb here on that guy. And, yep, kill him that way. Boop, 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 boop. We'll go ahead and use another bomb to kill the training dummy, which will damage the other 2. Wow, for 2 damage each. That was super great. Bam, and then, no, I think I'm gonna hold off on him. Let's go ahead and pick up the food.
Help me, God!
And smoke, sir. Yay! There's the key. There's the key. We got 2 bags of loot. I think we're done here. Honestly, there is no choice. There's no reason to stick around longer than you have to, especially when we're 2 floors away from the boss. We have no more armor left. We're on an Ancient Guardian floor, so that's gonna make this floor really easy. We go and use a firebomb, which is his weakness. Praise merciful Lucifer. And we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good right there. Another Ancient Guardian floor. Yes. No! Why did you dodge the smiting from the Ancient Guardian? That's not fair. Ooh, another sharp stone. Good, we have 3 of those bastards now. Let me go ahead and use that strawberry liquor. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Oh no! A beholder. A beholder is an evil, one-eyed cutie from hell, who has 8 health and only does 1 damage. But he's spiked, so he reflects 50% of damage back to us. And also burns off 2 of our spells when he dies. So killing, like, electing to kill him can be a really bad imposition. Basically because he kind of removes your useful spells for later on. Like, I've got 5 fucking heals right now. I don't really know that I want to lose them to having to kill a creature with 6 fucking health left. Incidentally, we just got this shift potion, which is a very handy shift potion right now. It swaps the HP and attack values for an opponent, like this beholder, giving it 1 health that we just destroyed. It still kills 2 of our fucking spells off, but at least we can go ahead and get the chest for killing all the enemies now, without losing too much. There we go. I need that gold. I need that gold, son. You guys don't even understand how much I need that gold. And now, I'm going to use all 3 of these fucking stones to raise my attack up to 5, which is more than enough to destroy that boss bat. Destroying the boss bat gives us a recipe for fire bombs, which use the sulfur to give us the crafting ability. Excellent. We can craft useful stuff inside of the inventory at the main menu, just whenever we want to. We can craft right here. It uses that sulfur that we passed by earlier, if you remember that, to craft enchanted fire bombs, 2 per crafting, that do 3 fire damage per attack. That's amazing. It's 3 times as good as your regular fire bombs. Are you killing me? That's awesome. And Deadshot, I have not played Soul Silver. I think I played Heart Gold when I played the 3rd generation. But honestly, I stopped playing Pokemon after Red and Blue and Yellow because my mom never bought me a Game Boy Advanced. So I couldn't play the more recent versions until way down the line. By that point, it was Black and White. Yeah, Black and White. So, like, there was no point in going back and playing the other ones because you had all the Pokemon there available to you. And honestly, I don't know, Jackson. I don't know to be able to answer that question. If I did, I would have answered it the first time. And we earned 134 gold on that run, bringing our total up to just under 400. And onwards we trot. Ah, God, I enjoy this game. Hello, Paladin. Are you ready for some training? He gives us a new skill, the Hammer of Justice, which does 3 damage, 10% of our power, and has a 50% chance to fucking stun. Oh my God, 50%. That's so awesome. And the Scarecrow Union is a quest right in front of us. You see an unusual scene. A group of farmers talking loudly and aggressively with the Scarecrow delegation. They call themselves a union and fight for their rights to party! So what do we do here, ladies and gentlemen? Do we listen to the Scarecrows? Do we hear the farmers out? Do we burn the Scarecrow leader to set an example and send a message to the other Scarecrows? Or do we try and find a compromise that suits both parties? I'm gonna let you guys make a choice here. 1, 2, 3, or 4, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, or 4. First one to make it to 3 votes wins. Vote now. Oh, Deadshot, don't you worry. We'll definitely be getting all 3 legendary birds. And probably a Mewtwo, and probably a Mew at some point. I just don't know when. Lemon says, burn the witch. Oh, we got a bunch of ones. Okay, let's hear the Scarecrows out. All right. You tried to find out what the Scarecrows want. You Scarecrows dressed in a shabby tailcoat that doesn't fit and a top hat that is apparently their leader. We are tired of the exploitation and callous treatment by the farmers. Their rich harvest is helped by our work, but we're treated like livestock. Even worse. Well, what do you want from farmers? Hats. According to statistics, the lack of a hat increases the risk of getting sunstroke. And they want salary of 1 bundle of hay a week. And the abolition of barbaric habits of burning scarecrows for fun. They want insurance. And new branded working clothes. We agree to return to work if 3 out of the 5 requests are satisfied. Okay then. You see an unusual scene, a group of farmers. So let's go ahead and hear the farmers out, see what they have to say. What are they willing to offer? They can give them hats. They can provide new clothes. And no more scarecrow burning. So let's find that compromise. They want hats? So be it. They agree. No more scarecrow burning. So be it. And finally, new clothes. You figured out their interests in both sides and reconcile them. The grateful farmers will supply food for your journey. And I think that increases our starting... Interesting. Hadn't been to this screen before. I made that. Artifacts. Those are all the artifacts in the game. Anywho. So that brings us to... back to our main screen where we can go ahead and get the leather armor, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, we are 350 gold poorer. Oh, that hurts. Oh, my soul. It hurts my soul. And do we have any extra gold littered anywhere? Any extra gold? Any extra gold? Nope. But the fortress ruins are now ruined. And we have, in fact, 2 new dungeons that lay before us. We have the Mana Mines. 20 floors of average level threat. If there's one thing monsters love more than human flesh, it's the smell of mana. The mimes now team with their new occupants. And in the reward, there's treasure. Inside of this other one, is a very difficult dungeon. 15 waves of a strong threat, at the top of which is another tome of knowledge. And the woods weren't always dead. Now, they're quiet enough you could hear a rabbit sneeze. I love the flavor text for this game. It really kind of, like, if you give it some weight to it, it kind of lends itself some weight. I like it. I like it a lot. Like, there's not a whole lot of story that's laid out here, not a whole lot of linear explanation of anything, but the atmosphere in the world that gets set up is really super duper cool to me. And so, we're gonna take a short break, ladies and gentlemen, because we're at our first hour mark, and when we come back, we're gonna play a little bit more of this by taking on these 2 dungeons and hopefully making it to the zombie cow. Oh, that zombie cow. He's going to give us a pain in the udders, I'm sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna hoof it on out of here to our first break. Let's move it right along. We'll be right back.